Hey, what's up? So there's this square portion of my backyard that is just covered in sticks and looks dirty. It's very dry because there's direct sunlight here all the time, and it's kind of like an eyesore. So I wanted to make a small difference, maybe make it look better. But to do that, it's kind of expensive. You need mulch, soil, different types of plants. Instead of that, I was just doing some research, and I stumbled upon this guy on Instagram, and he just has this like shaker cup full of wildflower seeds, and he just goes around shaking them around his neighborhood, and while he's riding his bicycle, and over time it just grows into these beautiful flowers. And I started doing more research into wildflowers, and I found out that wildflowers are really amazing. They just kind of grow naturally in the forest or in the wild. They don't really need too much effort or too much work. They just need a lot of sunlight. So I wanted to try it out. Basically, for wildflower seeds, you can just go around just putting them everywhere and just stepping on them and wishing for the best. But to make it more effective, I wanted to see how you could do it, like, within your own yard and make it quicker of a process. So I find a spot that gets a lot of sunlight, which I found right here, thankfully. Clear out the area, rake it out, make sure there's enough space for these seeds to grow. If you can, till it a little bit, because the top layer is very dry soil, but on the bottom is very rich, nutrient-dense soil, kind of moist soil. So if you can get that up, you can germinate the seeds quicker. And then after you do that, you want to spread them evenly throughout the area. So like from, I think the video said north to south and then east to west, to make sure all the areas are covered in these seeds. And then lastly, you want to step on them. Sorry, not lastly, but then you want to step on them to make sure they're really pushed in and don't get easily blown away by the wind. And then lastly, you want to get some water and spray it over and make sure it's really wet and moisturized so they can grow quicker. Apparently it takes 2 to 3 weeks for some plants to start growing a little bit, and then or some flowers to start growing a little bit, and then over time, within I think about like 3 to 6 months, they start growing flowers, and then about in a year or two, they become perennial, where they start dying and regrowing every year on their own. So yeah, let's get it started. A little $6 pack of seeds, so see how that goes.